Good morning, parents. So I wanted to create a video because I think that's the easiest way to kind of explain to you guys exactly what you should be doing on your day off. So I wanted to go over exactly what your child should be doing when they're not at school learning because it is going to be graded. They are going to be getting grades for both in-class learning and out learning from home. And so I think it's so important. I want to make sure you know exactly what you should be doing. And we tried not to do too overwhelming of a day for you, something that they're able to get on and do. But I know with our schedule, the way that it flip-flops and changes to different things, that it can be confusing. So on your child's day off, they should be getting online at 9:30, a normal school day time. So they're going to come into their teams, and as always, we're going to continue with Hill Homeroom. I'm not going to use English Language Arts or Math. We're going to do it all in one spot to make it easier for you. So you're going to click on your homeroom. When you come in, there should be your thread. Each day I post, so this is the start of today, I post a message saying good morning to whatever students are off. Here's your checklist for today. Make sure you go live at these certain times. So as today, our B-Day students are going to be getting on music and technology at these times. Then the next two most important things are Waterford and Pear Deck. If you're an A-Day student, so if your child is not able to come to school, they can still be getting on and learning from home, even though they're not at school. So let's say, for example, they're not feeling well, they missed the bus, whatever the case may be, it's still important that they're learning from home with how much learning we've missed due to the pandemic. I also put Mr. Bloomer's announcement, so if you want to hear any announcements going on, you can click and watch the YouTube video here. So I'm going to click on this checklist. I tried to put these checklists together daily because our schedule changes. So you're able to go through and you're able to actually have a time-by-time slot of what you should be doing. And of course, this is going to be pokey. Let me try going back in and seeing if it'll go a little quicker if I go back in. Sorry about that. Doesn't work this way, I might just pull it up on my computer. Hopefully it will work for you. And if you're having technical issues like this, it's going to happen. I think the internet is completely overwhelmed with people being online right now. Just keep trying the best that you can. If you end up not being able to get into a live meeting, make sure you email or message that teacher. But just try your best to get back in. Sometimes it'll pop on and sometimes it just won't work. So from 9:30 to 10:30, they should be spending time doing their ELA assignments. This would mean that they're doing that Pear Deck assignment, and I will show you that in just a moment. And then they should also have this consumable book at home. It's the one that they can write in. It says complete any part of lesson 5. So by the end of the week, with their 2 or 3 days off, they should have gone through pages 42 to 51. So they can do 2 pages the first day, 3 pages the second day, whatever it is that they need to do, have them do just little parts of it, what they feel comfortable doing. Maybe they do the sight words and the spelling pattern on their first day off. And then on their next day off, they read the story and answer the questions for the story. And then on their last day off, they read the story and answer the questions for the story. And then the story that we read that goes along with what we read in class. We actually did not get to that this week with our shortened time trying to get procedures going. So, for example, this week, maybe they don't do those 2 pages, okay? Also, if they still have their hard book, their reading storybook, and you can send that back, that would be wonderful. So then I want to make sure at 10:30 I'm popping on to my live music lesson with Mrs. Fauser. When that meeting is over, it says go back, complete any work left on your math Pear Deck. So then I will show that also in just a moment. I work for a while. I should be eating lunch from 12:40 to 1:10. Obviously, if you need to switch these times while you're at home, that's okay because it's not interrupting a live meeting. And then they have a little break after. I would say that'd be a great time to let them play, watch some TV, exercise, whatever you need. And then again, pay attention that they need to get on for technology from 1:30 to 2:05 with Mrs. Gondek. The last thing that they're going to do is they're going to get on Waterford. And I put this link right here. You can either highlight the whole link and right click and copy the link and paste it onto the internet, or you can click on Control-C-T-R-L on your keyboard, and then you're able to actually just click the link. So I want to show you the Pear Decks, and I want to show you the Waterford. First of all, the Pear Deck is going to look like this. So it'll tell you each week, okay, every day that they're off, they should be practicing their alphabet chart. So let's go to that. Here's also their sight words and spelling words. Sight words, they should just read. So maybe I'm going to get my highlighter, I'm going to pick a color and make it a little bigger. And on my days off, I'm going to spell up, U-P, up, mud, mud, M-U-D. So these are the ones they're actually spelling, sounding out. T-ub, tub, T-U-B. N-ut, nut, N-U-T. B-ug, bug, B-U-G. H-ug, hug, H-U-G. Down here, sight words are words that they should just be able to read. Some of them they may be able to sound out, but usually they're words that they kind of don't make sense because our language is silly. So I'm reading this word, friend, full, good, hold, many, pull. It is important that they're clicking and making a mark on these things. That's how I know they at least looked right at that word. Okay, so then I'm going to move on and I'm going to do my alphabet chart. So A, apple, B, bear, C, cat, D, dog, and so on all the way through. Then the next part on my list said they're nonsense words. So they should be probably doing their sight words and spelling words, alphabet chart, and nonsense word chart every day that they're off. So let's say I already went in on my first day off and did this. It's my second day off. Okay, well, I'm just going to do it again. Up, U-P. Okay, so then I can see, okay, I had 2 days where I was learning from home. I had 2 days I practiced all of these things. Same thing for the alphabet chart, A, apple, B, bear. Now I have 2 dots showing my 2 days off I practiced it. CVC chart, my first day off, tum. This is how I know they looked right at this word. Some of my friends are doing this. I'd really prefer they didn't do that because that just shows me they can draw lines. It doesn't show me they at least looked right at this word, but they should be sounding it out and saying the word. Second day off, I go through and I make another mark. If I'm off 3 days, I can go through and I can make 3 marks. They can practice this as many times as needed. This is just short vowel words they're practicing. So then I can look, okay, so it looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 worksheets. So maybe on day 1 I do 3 of these worksheets. Day 1, learning from home, I choose 3 worksheets and I do them. Don't overwhelm them with work. Let them do what they feel comfortable with. Please make sure you're following directions. So this says draw a line to the word that completes a sentence and then write the word on the line. Obviously, you don't have to do both. I do need the word written in the blank, though. I need to know what word they chose. Make sure you pay attention to what letters it says. Sometimes it'll say use Q-U and then use R. So you have your choice between those 2 sounds. No other sound should be used. Now, once they finish, and I wanted to show the reading also. So it'll tell you circle the UN words, or you could just, obviously, you could highlight. So maybe I'm going to get my highlighter, and I'm just going to say there's a short U, there's a short U. I go through and highlight all of these words, and then they should be reading the passage, and then it says, okay, write 3 words. So I'm going to write maybe none, N-U-N. And if it's not big enough, you can always use your tool to make it bigger. So none. I'm going to write sun is a short U word, and I'm going to write bun. Just kind of really practicing those sounds that we are working on this week. Filling in the words. So this is a sun, I'm going to put a U. This is a nun, I'm going to put an N. This is a bun, and really it looks like bread, but it's a bun. I'm going to put a B. Then this is complete. This is something they can go back through on their next day and just quickly reread the words. Okay? So that's kind of the Pear Deck. They do not have to go back to their assignments and turn that in, and they can get to this by clicking on assignments in their teams here, and it should pop up, and this will be open the entire week. If they end up turning it in, there should be a option down here that says turn in. If you just click it down, they should be able to find it so you can go back and check it. And that's a really important thing too. Just go back and click through the pages and make sure that they completed it all. It's an easy way to get a 100%. If they don't, there should be a star somewhere. If I put a star on it, let's see here, maybe I can put one. So I can see in real time how they're doing here. Let me find myself. Oh, I did reading. So I give myself a star. Maybe I say, make sure to finish. Then I can go back to where I did my pair. And we're going to freeze in just a second. It'll unfreeze in a moment. Here we go. And then hopefully, see down here, there's a little comment. When I go to that page, there should be a star. I can click down here. I can see Mark is okay. I'm not seeing the star. It should be on there. But if there's a comment, it'll say you need to finish something. And usually I'll go through and say, oh, make sure to check number 3, or make sure number 3 starts with a B. But the star should hopefully show up somewhere. I guess maybe it does not. The other thing, then finally the math also is kind of the same deal. Make sure that you go through and do everything. Like I said, please don't just draw lines. Try to do individual markings so I know they at least looked at that number. Waterford should look like this, and I'm just going to pick one of my students to go into. So they'll click on that link on their checklist. It'll pop up with a bunch of students. They're going to click on their own name. Make sure that they are not clicking on anybody else, or somebody else will get credit for their time spent. Thought I had this all up and ready, but it's technology and it's going slow today. So you have them go in. I'll just use Xavier since he's first. Yep, that's me. They're going to click on either one. It doesn't matter as long as they do both each day. So first reading, they'll click on reading. It tells how much time they have left. So you have 20 minutes to set them on that computer, to walk away, and to let them sit and work. This goes at their level and kind of pushes them up on skills that they need to know. So once this 20 minutes is up, it'll actually pop them back to the screen with all of their faces. And then you can click on their name again. Yes, that's me. I already did reading. Now I'm going to do math. 20 minutes. Let them sit and work on that, walk away, come back in 20 minutes, make sure that they are, check periodically, make sure they finished. Those are the most important things that they can do on that list. I did send a packet of review. If they need to do any review at home, they can do that. They can be reading books at home, all different kinds of things. And if you need extra activities because you're running out of time, please let me know. As the district updates their platforms, because I know a few of my friends cannot get on Waterford yet, and I've told them programs that they can get on until it works. As the district updates platforms, I'll send them out and it'll be extra stuff you can do with them. So hopefully this helps. I know it's long, but hopefully this helps to kind of go through and see what they should be doing on their day. If you have any questions, you have my cell phone number, email, call the school. I'm here for you, whatever you need. Have a great weekend.